Imagine a World Cup bigger than anything football has ever seen. More teams, more matches, more countries, more drama, and more chances for history to be made. The FIFA World Cup 2026 is not just another tournament, it's a complete transformation of the world's biggest sporting event. But what exactly is changing, and why is everyone talking about it? Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll know everything you need to know about FIFA World Cup 2026. The FIFA World Cup 2026 will be unlike any tournament we've ever witnessed. For nearly 3 decades, football fans have been used to a 32-team World Cup. Legendary tournaments have been won under that format, producing unforgettable moments and iconic champions. However, FIFA has decided that football's biggest stage should become even bigger. For the first time in history, the World Cup will feature 48 national teams. That's 16 more countries than previous editions. This means more players, more fans, more stories, and more opportunities for nations that have never experienced the excitement of the World Cup. The expansion is part of FIFA's vision to make football more global and inclusive. Countries that previously struggled to qualify now have a better chance of reaching football's biggest tournament. For fans around the world, that means discovering new teams, new stars, and new rivalries. But that's not the only historic change. For the first time ever, the FIFA World Cup will be hosted by 3 countries: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Never before has the tournament been shared among 3 nations on this scale. The United States will host a majority of the matches and is expected to be the center of the tournament. With massive stadiums, advanced infrastructure, and a growing football culture, many experts believe the United States could help deliver the most commercially successful World Cup in history. Mexico is preparing to make history as the first country ever to host the World Cup 3 times. The nation previously hosted the tournament in 1970 and 1986, both remembered as some of the greatest World Cups ever played. Mexican football fans are famous for creating incredible atmospheres, and they will undoubtedly bring that same energy in 2026. Canada will host World Cup matches for the first time in history. Football has grown rapidly across the country over the past decade, and the tournament will provide an opportunity to showcase Canadian football on the global stage. Now let's talk about the change that has generated the most discussion among football fans: the tournament format. With 48 teams participating, FIFA needed a new structure to accommodate the expansion. Initially, there were plans for groups of 3 teams, but concerns about fairness and competitiveness led FIFA to choose a different system. Instead, the tournament will feature 12 groups containing 4 teams each. Every team will play 3 group stage matches, just as they have in previous World Cups. At the end of the group stage, the top 2 teams from each group automatically qualify for the knockout rounds. That accounts for 24 teams. The remaining 8 spots will be awarded to the best third-place teams across all groups. This means a total of 32 teams will advance into the knockout stage. The result is a larger tournament while maintaining the excitement and competitive nature of the traditional World Cup format. And here's where things get even more interesting. Because of the expansion, FIFA World Cup 2026 will feature a record-breaking 104 matches. To put that into perspective, recent World Cups featured only 64 matches. That's an increase of 40 games. For football fans, this means more action than ever before. Every day of the tournament could feature multiple exciting matches, giving supporters countless moments to enjoy. Of course, not everyone is convinced this is a positive development. Some critics argue that increasing the number of teams could reduce the overall quality of the competition. Others worrying that players may experience fatigue due to the larger number of matches. Supporters of the expansion believe the benefits outweigh the concerns. They argue that football's growth around the world deserves greater representation at the highest level. They also believe that emerging football nations can bring excitement and unpredictability to the tournament. One thing is certain: the expanded format will create opportunities for countries that previously found qualification extremely difficult. African football could be one of the biggest winners. Over the years, Africa has produced incredible talent and unforgettable World Cup moments. Teams like Nigeria, Senegal, Morocco, Ghana, Cameroon, and others have shown they can compete with the best nations in the world. The expanded World Cup increases Africa's chances of having more representatives on the global stage. That means more opportunities for African nations to showcase their talent and potentially make deep runs in the tournament. Asian football is also expected to benefit significantly. Nations such as Japan, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Australia, and several emerging teams could take advantage of the additional qualification places. The expansion could completely reshape the football landscape, allowing new countries to emerge as global contenders. Now, Let's talk about the players who could define FIFA World Cup 2026. Every World Cup creates new legends. In 2026, a new generation of stars will be ready to take center stage. Players like Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr., Lamine Yamal, and Erling Haaland are expected to be among the biggest attractions of the tournament. By 2026, many of these players will be entering their prime years, making the competition even more exciting. Fans around the world are already debating who will become the face of the tournament and who will lead their nation to glory. The World Cup has always been about more than football. It's about national pride, unforgettable stories, emotional victories, heartbreaking defeats, and moments that unite billions of people around the globe. FIFA World Cup 2026 promises all of that on an even bigger scale. More countries will dream of glory, more players will have the chance to represent their nations, more fans will experience the magic of the World Cup. And somewhere among those 48 teams, a future champion is preparing to make history. The question is, who will rise to the occasion when the world is watching? Will a traditional powerhouse like Brazil, Argentina, France, Germany, or England lift the trophy? Or will we witness one of the greatest surprises in football history? Only time will tell. Before you go, I want to hear from you. Which country do you think will win the FIFA World Cup 2026? And do you think the new 48-team format is a good idea or a bad idea? Drop your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because we'll be bringing you more FIFA World Cup 2026 content every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.